goobers, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Ray, or Blogger5, whichever one you guys want to comment by, I honestly really don't care. And today we are finally doing a review on the OHUHU brush markers. I'm really excited to review these markers. I also want to clarify that I did get these sent from the company, which is really awesome, but I actually won these from their summer holidays contest, so I'm gonna do a review with them now. Anyway, let's get on to that review. Oh, I'm so excited to review these. I also want to say another thing. This is actually the first time I've ever bought like alcohol brush markers, like a complete set. I mean, it's not really complete, but you know, like a whole set of 48 markers instead of like my 2 Winsor & Newton brush markers sitting over there in the corner, because I thought as a child they were what do you call it, Posca pens, or like a white Jelly Roll pen. But anyway, look at these colors. Oh my gosh, I really like the color selection in here, even though it's like really vibrant and stuff, but still, for a set of 48 markers, you still get a really good selection of brush markers. And we also get a thin sheet of plastic to put under our sketching paper, just to prevent it from bleeding and, you know, destroying the other page. Or if you're using like separate drawing paper that's not connected to a spiral bound book or anything like that, you can also put this underneath there to protect it, like, you know, to protect your desk and everything. And another thing that I also want to say, that if you have this bent issue over here with the plastic sheet, what you can do to actually fix that is just get like a really heavy book, like a dictionary or a college book, and just place it under there for like a couple of days. I'm pretty sure it'll, like, you know, unbend itself or go at least much more flaccid than it was before. And also what we have in here, what else do we have in here? We also have this special offer from OHUHU, 10% off of everything that I would be able to buy off of their website, which I will link down below. And they also have a frequently asked questions about, you know, dried pens or, you know, duplicates. And what they say over here is that for all of that, they will always send you a free replacement, which I think is awesome, because that means that they really care about their customers and the people that they are targeting their product towards. Also, hold on, I'm trying to find the swatch sheet. Hold on, give me a minute. Okay, hold on, I got it. So here is the swatch sheet, which we get a pre-made one, and I actually kind of like it when they do this, is because well, I mean, the colors are probably not going to be accurate, but this way you can actually check if you got all of your markers in the set, and this way you don't have anything missing or any duplicates. So that's actually a really good way to check if all of your little precious babies are all in the tote bag, and you know, they got here safe and sound. And yeah, so I really like these colors so far. I really like this red 11 over here. I really want to test this little puppy out. But speaking of testing, let's actually take a closer look at these markers before we actually do any swatching and stuff. So, like I said before, I actually really like this color. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I've never seen this one before. Like, I'm looking at all of my 120 set, and I don't see this color in there, so I think that this red 11 is a new color. But here is the Chisel Nib, the precious Chisel Nib. I actually don't mind it. I actually really like the Chisel Nib. But I know that it's probably much more difficult for people starting into alcohol marker art. It's probably much more difficult for them to, you know, make art with a chisel nib, especially if you're a younger child. But also here is the wonderful brush nib, the wonderful sought out brush nib that everyone and their mother requested the company to do. Hopefully I'm getting this in shot for you guys, and hopefully it didn't go off camera or anything, because I can't really tell. But yeah, I really like it. It looks pretty sturdy, but we'll find that out for sure. Also, by the way, oh, hold on, I almost got it. There we go. Yeah, it does do the stacking, which I like, because this way you don't lose your caps, and this way you don't dry out your marker, and this way you don't have to spend $40 to buy another pack, which is awesome. So now that we've looked at the actual like brush marker, and also I just noticed that the barrels are also oval, let's actually compare it to one of these little suckers. These are from this marker specifically is from the 120 set that I have, and I'm trying to see, I think this is the closest one. Yeah, I think this this PB7 pastel blue is I think the same color as this one, which is nice. I actually like this. I always use this color a lot, so I like actually having another one. But I did notice that it kind of looks like the markers are a bit shorter. And also the caps, like the color caps, are much longer. And I also noticed that where they have the brush nib, they also that's where they replaced the bullet nib. So where the grid line is, that's pretty much where that was. And I know there was something else on my mind that I noticed. I'm trying to like remember it. Oh yeah, they also have these little stoppers here to stop your little marker from rolling into the abyss. And also here is both of the chisel nibs. Hopefully if I can get this in shot for you, and hopefully that this will appear. I hope it does appear because these are pretty bright and vibrant colors. But those are the chisel nibs for the OHUHU. Here is the brush mark, and here is the regular one. And I know there was the original design, but I can't get the original design. But yeah, those are what the markers look like compared to each other. Let's get on to the swatching. Okay, I am beyond impressed with these markers. I thought at first that these markers were gonna be like, you know, kind of misleading. I mean, some of the colors, I think about 5 or 6 colors were a bit off, just a bit. They were close, but not that close. Like especially the R11. I love this. This looks so pretty, but it's kind of a little too dark for to be, you know, that color, or what it's depicted on the cap. But I really am shocked right now. I also really liked how the blending came out. It was so, it's like butter. It was so weird, and I've never ever used a brush nib marker before, and this is like, I mean I have, but like not alcohol based because they're different from the water based ones. And then I also did some tests of the chisel nib and also the wonderful magical brush nib, and oh my gosh, I now get it what everyone else says about the brush nib and how it's so amazing, and I understand now because it, like, look at that. And I also listed down all the colors I used to blend for the blending test because on camera for some reason the R2 all the way from R1 to R4 they look the same, so I just put this here to help you guys out, and these are all of the colors I used for the blending test. And also here is the illustration I will be drawing for you guys for this video, and I'm really excited to get into this illustration because it is a fall themed one, and I see a lot of nice, you know, fall colors that I want to use for this illustration, so let's get on to it. So now that we've reviewed the product and did the swatching, let's talk about the pros and the cons of these markers. And the very first pro that we have about these markers is that this set comes with a beautiful color range of colors for you to blend and mix with. The caps on the markers can stack, which is a good thing. This way you don't lose your caps and your markers get all dried out. The markers have a color name and a number, which is good for, you know, sorting out your markers and making a swatch sheet. The set comes with a pre-made swatch sheet, but I would recommend creating your own on the same paper that you plan to use for your illustrations. The markers have a chisel nib and a brush nib, which is very hard to find on cheaper markers. The markers are stored in a tote bag so that you can take it with you wherever you go, such as vacation, school, or on the bus. The caps have stoppers on them to prevent them from falling off of your table and getting damaged on materials such as hardwood floors. They are very affordable and come from a very reliable company, and that they blend like the wind and are great for color mixing. Not only that, but you can also layer tons of color without eating up the paper, unlike watercolor markers. And lastly, that these markers work wonderful with other art supplies such as colored pencils, fine liners, and jelly rolls, etc. Now that we've talked about the pros, let's move on to the cons. And the very first con with these markers is that yes, over time, the brush tips will fray over time, especially if you use these markers all the time. The set is pretty limited when it comes to pastels and muted tones. There are no ink refills or an open stock on these markers. The markers might feather depending on which paper you use. The markers are also not light fast, but Copics aren't either, so don't expect them to be light fast just because they're like $500 markers. The markers might bleed depending on what paper you use, such as printer paper or sketching paper or very thin paper, so make sure that you put that plastic sheet underneath your illustration so you don't damage other papers or your desk. There are no nib replacements. You can only find these markers on Amazon.com and OHUHU.com, links down below. And lastly, you cannot find these markers at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, Walmart, or any other retail store. Anyway, this was the illustration that I was able to complete with these 48 count set of OHUHU brush markers. I'm really glad that I was able to get my hands on these markers because I really wanted them, and because this is also the very first time, like I said before, using alcohol brush markers before, and I really liked it. It was so easy to blend. It was like blending like butter. I really liked how the colors match together. I do wish that there was a lighter tone of like skin tone in here, but I'm not even gonna complain because like these are like so cheap compared to other brush markers on in the industry, so I'm not even gonna complain. But anyway, if you guys are also looking for brush markers that are much more cheaper than other brands such as Copic or Prismacolor or Winsor & Newton, these are also up for grabs. You can get them on Amazon or on OHUHU on their personal website, links down below. And I would also recommend these for a Christmas gift, birthday gift, graduation gift, or a gift in general to any other artist out there in the world if you have any artsy friends and if you want to give them a nice little reward for being an awesome person. But with that being said, you guys, I would again recommend these markers, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed my illustration, my ramblings, and my opinions on this product. And I also wanted to let you guys know that I also have a DeviantArt and an Instagram, so you guys can follow me there. You guys can also, if you guys would like to help this channel out and help me be able to actually afford art supplies, you guys can donate to my PayPal, links down below. With that being said, make sure that you guys subscribe, like and comment down below, and make sure to hit the notification bell so you guys never miss a video from me. I have plans for this channel in the future. I'm working on it. But with that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day and stay rockin'.